Hey there, all my top prop people. Welcome back to Broadway by Ghostlight and another Prop Table Tuesday. I'm Mark Benani, and this week I thought I'd continue to explore my cane and walking stick collection for you guys. Devotees of the channel may remember previously I've shared canes from the She Loves Me revival and the Showboat revival from the 90s. The one I have to share with you today is definitely not as fancy as those two.
Behold, an ordinary cane.
But this one has a lot of sentimental value for me personally. So, Damn Yankees is, of course, the classic Broadway musical from 1955 and was revived on Broadway in 1994. The show is about Joe Hardy, who makes a literal deal with the devil. The devil in the revival was originally played by Victor Garber, but towards the end of its run, he was replaced with one of my childhood favorites, Jerry Lewis, who then took the show on the road. As I shared in yet another Prop Table Tuesday video about the Jerry Lewis portrait from Flying Over Sunset, I grew up obsessed with old school comedy teams like Burns and Allen, Abbott and Costello, and Martin and Lewis. I absolutely loved Jerry Lewis. Still makes me laugh today. So it was one of the highlights of my young theater-loving life to see Jerry Lewis in the national tour of Damn Yankees. During the Devil's big number, Those Were the Good Old Days, Mr. Lewis attempted to toss his cane in the air and catch it. And I happened to have that cane. So here, as you can see, it's just a plain wooden, this one's wooden cane. It's, got a nice white tip, white end on this one. It starts out thicker and gets thinner towards the end. No comment.
What a dirty, filthy mind you got.
Anyway, as I said, not the most grandiose walking stick or cane, but definitely one I love. So, the night I saw Jerry Lewis in the show, he went to do this flip of this cane and dropped it several times, and it became hysterical. He broke the fourth wall so many times. He kept dropping it so much that he began telling jokes to the audience. I saw the show when I was, I think, 12 years old maybe, and I still remember one of the jokes. Not the most, it's not too bawdy, but anyway, guy walks into a grocery store and asks the clerk, "Hey, do you have any dates?" The guy says, no dates. He says, "Oh, well, do you have any nuts?" And the guy says, "Well, if I had nuts, I'd have dates." Those were the jokes. I loved it as a kid. I saw it and I was in comedy nirvana, having bared witness to a once-in-a-lifetime event of this moment with Jerry Lewis breaking character and failing to catch this cane. Or so I thought. Years later, I did find out that the whole bit with the dropping the cane and telling jokes was all planned and part of the show and happened every night. But I will never forget that night as long as I live. So when the opportunity came to acquire the actual red cane dropped that night, I had to have it, period. And one of the bonuses of owning this cane is it's got a nice signature right there of Mr. Jerry Lewis. Did any of you happen to see that tour of Damn Yankees with Jerry Lewis? Have you ever seen a show where something supposedly went wrong only to find out it happens every night? I've seen a couple shows on Broadway that had moments of seemingly breaking the fourth wall that were actually scripted and planned, and it's still one of my favorite tropes in the theater, I have to admit. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a Prop Table Tuesday. Make sure you're following me on the socials at Twitter and Instagram at bwayghostlight. You can always find me there. I'm happy to chit-chat with any theater fans. Definitely check out my Patreon, where you can find out how to get your name added to this list with these two amazing people here. And a special huge shout out to my Patreon producer level people here. These beautiful people, wow. If you want to find out how to be awesome like them, head over to Patreon, and if you're able to join up there, that would be awesome. But until next Tuesday, this is Broadway by Ghostlight. I'm Mark Bonani. Thanks for watching.